guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida, and guess what? I have that full-size SUV that received a total redesign, plus this one has a very special touch. What am I talking about? This vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Ford Expedition. It is a top platinum trim, but this also has the Stealth Performance package. But before we get into this color called Stone Blue, absolutely love the color on this big Expedition, let's talk about what's going on here. So you have already seen here on Rady's Rides, the Expedition has been redesigned. But one thing that hasn't really been seen much since the previous generation is that Stealth Performance package. It's back for the redesign, and it's back with not only some actual performance behind it, but also a great look. Now, in this segment, of course, this is gonna go up against the Tahoe. If it was a Max, then it would go up against the Suburban, but this goes up against the Tahoe. Obviously, Ram or Dodge doesn't have anything as big as this. You would have to go Jeep with the Grand Wagoneer. And then on top of that, you have vehicles like the Armada from Nissan. You have the Toyota Sequoia from Toyota. Duh, because I said Toyota Sequoia. But one thing is certain, there are a lot of choices for a full-size SUV. But is this the one that you should be buying? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out, is this the must-own full-size SUV, especially with that Stealth Performance package? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, the color, Stone Blue, absolutely classy color. Dark enough to where, depending on some light, if there's not a lot of it, it's gonna almost look black, but I really think it fits the character of this large Expedition very well. You are gonna get all new lighting, just with the new, like the new style, all new lighting, full LED turn signals, daytime running lamps, and your LED headlights. I like the way that this one has a lot of black accents on it. You do have this very interesting design that they did, just to give it some extra character, the metallic in the Stone Blue. And then as we work our way down, you do have functional corner air curtains. The one zonk I have for this is there's no LED fog lamp. It would have been perfect right there. But I do love the way that they sculpted this lower corner. Gives it a little bit of an aggressive look. And it really makes this look like a police cruiser of some type. You'll also see how the daytime running lamp comes around and then goes along the bottom. That's a very nice signature look for this redesigned Expedition. Now, as we come across what is normally the blue oval, but it's been blacked out, looking great with that Stealth Performance package, forward-facing camera, fully functional grille up top, working our way down, you got your lighting, you got more functionality, and even on the bottom portion here, lower bumper is in the black. And that's one of the things, is that the Stealth Performance package gives you some black accented exterior parts, but it's also gonna give you, like I said, some performance as well. But let me know what you think about the face of this particular Expedition. Now, as we rise, you have the name spelled out for you. If you failed spelling in your second grade class, that's how you spell Expedition. Love the nice indentation in the center, clean body lines. And then as we come around the bend, when you go Stealth Performance package, these are the wheels that you're getting. A really nice flat gunmetal metallic gray multi-spoke design. You'll see that you have these bright red calipers. Those are actually calipers that are larger than your standard calipers, and the rotors as well. It's almost like the calipers that have been taken off of the police cruisers, the Explorer police cruisers, has been put on this vehicle. Another thing they did is revamp the suspension to give it some extra special handling touches, and I love the way that everything is just painted around the fender opening. Now, if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of this wheel? 22-inch wheel, plenty big. Tires are 275 on the width, 50 series sidewall. But let me know what you think about the wheels and the brakes with this particular blue Expedition. Coming down the side, you got your nice gloss black on the mirror caps because of the stealth package. 360-degree cameras. From the side of the vehicle, this is full size. This is not a mid-size. It sits on the F-150 platform. You do have your automatic dropping running boards. I love how fast they retract back up. I wish they would take off the roof rail. I say get rid of the roof rail on the Stealth Performance package. Make it look even more like a police cruiser going down the road, the FBI maybe. Color match on your door handles. This is rear-wheel drive base, but of course we do have 4x4 with it. And then nice size on the quarter glass. All the black trim goes in super clean, especially with the blue. And then I love the way they did the taillights. Nice full LED, no exposed wiper, tucked underneath with that long roof spoiler. You got your blacked out blue oval, and then the Expedition name is within the black. Now, this is another reason why I like the darker color, because this gloss black on a white, a silver, it looks kind of terrible. It's a little too much gloss black, but on the stone blue, it blends in pretty good. Now, working our way down to ground level, you do have body color and then some gloss black. I just wish they would have gave us some nice finish exhausts. Just like they do on the Tahoe, the Suburban. Would have been nice. But you can take that cover off and do your full towing. But let me know what you think about the exterior of this Platinum Stealth Performance Edition package. We're gonna go ahead and pop the hood and talk about the actual numbers underneath it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. Underneath the hood is that 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine. It's basically the same EcoBoost engine out of the F-150 Raptor, not the Raptor R, just your regular standard F-150 Raptor. The only difference is it's only 10 horsepower less. So you're looking at 440 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque. It is bolted to a 10-speed automatic, 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat. Top speed is governed to 125 miles an hour. MPGs 15 in the city, 22 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs 5,044 pounds. But when equipped, you could tow up to 9,600 pounds with this Expedition. Maybe not the prettiest underneath the hood, but let's fire it up and see what it looks like rolling down the road. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Expedition Platinum trim with the Stealth Performance package. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I need a big SUV. I tried to live with a midsize. It was too miserable. I got too many kids. They have too many friends. We have pets. We got toys. We got all sorts of sports equipment. Too much. And there's no way in hell I'm driving a minivan. So how much is this Expedition? Very good question. This particular one, the way it's spec'd, is right at $84,000. But let's see what Ford is bringing with this redesign to the door panels. Love the upgraded materials. You have all soft touch, nice contrast stitching, even the way they do the ambient lighting, that sort of like carbon fiber trim, but it's not. I actually am really digging it. No gloss black, B&O sound system, and a door pocket that's large enough for 4 Einstein bagels and 2 large lattes. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, we have that new system. It's got the B&O sound bar, soft touch, nice stitching. There's that great trim, so much better than just... See, you could do something other than gloss black, guys. It's that simple. Even the way they did the aluminum finish here with the Expedition name. You got 13.1 inches of infotainment system screen. And remember, this screen also controls that screen. So you have 24 inches of screen up top. This is like your head-up display when you're behind the wheel. And it's real easy to change anything. I mean, you could do off-road status, and then you could actually choose and pick where you want it. So I could choose none and just have it clear. I could do off-road status, or I could go back to gauges, whatever I want. The world is my oyster, or your oyster behind the wheel of this. Reverse, look how nice the resolution is. You got trajectory, 360, right back where we started. Well, technically that's where we started. And then if you like apps, they got more apps than the freaking Apple App Store. I mean, look at this. It's just games. Steven loves that. Every time we come in a way, he's like, I want to play a game. I said, wait, first we got to get things done. Jeez. Hill descent control. That's your forward-facing camera. Nice. Back to where we started. The one thing, everything is in the screen. Your AC controls in the screen. Ventilated seats, 3 stages. 3 stages of heated seats and a heated steering wheel, but you got to touch the screen. That's the downside. You do get a real volume knob though, which is nice. And your engine start-stop button for the EcoBoost. Slide this door open, you got wireless charging, your Pro Trailer Backup Assist, USB-A, USB-C, 2 nice sized cup holders, and then watch this magic trick. Dun, 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 dun. So you have a place for a purse, a purse, a sack, a satchel, a hat, a pair of boots, a pair of shoes, whatever you want. I remember growing up, going to work with my dad, and I don't mean for this to sound sexist, but growing up at my dad's mechanic shop, there were so many women that had their cars, the interior, so much junk inside. Clothes, shoes, wrappers, cans, just all lying around. Take care of your stuff, man. Take care of your stuff, throw out the trash. But what's great is that you could close this and pretend there's no storage whatsoever. I like the way they put this little divot here so you could place your phone if you want. Open it up. You got enough room. You got a 12 volt, and there's enough room in there. Easily, I would say you could put probably about 24 Beanie Babies in there. And you could keep the little small ones that are on keychains, you could keep them in here. I know Steven is going to be putting on Facebook Marketplace soon his Beanie Baby collection because he wants to buy a new car. He wants a Shelby GT350, and he's going to sell all of his Beanie Babies. So we'll see how that goes. The leather, the platinum badge, the stitching, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist, of course, for the driver. And then up top, panoramic sunroof. Oh, yeah. Loving it. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I got a weird steering wheel I want to introduce you to in this Expedition. Come on over. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Nice to have the seat controls so easily accessible. You also have power pedals. So the pedals you can slide closer or further away from you. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. Steering wheel, not my favorite. Don't know why they put the, look at this. Somebody right now could get a copy of my fingerprint and do whatever they want with it, which would be kind of weird, but it's just dumb where they put the gloss black. And then these buttons actually adjust what's on the screen. So if you look where it says up here next to gauges, watch this. This is how I'm able to move the steering wheel. So now I'm tilting the steering wheel by using these buttons on the wheel. You select what you want to adjust. Not my favorite. You do get Blue Cruise, which is that hands-free autonomous driving, and you have that 24 inches of uninterrupted screen, which is nice. But the steering wheel, what's nice about it though, let me give you a positive. The positive is when you're behind the wheel and you're driving down the road, it is very comfortable to hold on to. It's just kind of weird, man. It's like you really got to focus what you're doing to make your adjustments. That's the only challenge. But let's get into the mid row and the third row and see what's going on in this Expedition. Hi guys, mid row and third row. I hope Steven really got that camera lens focused because we're doing it all in one shot. Then when I say armrest for a captain's chair, this is a proper armrest. I mean, look how wide there's some seats that we've been in, certain SUVs that are as big as this armrest. That's how nice it is. And then if you don't want it, you can flip it right out of the way. All that leather, even on the back, you do have USB-Cs, nice large pockets. You could put a Game Boy, a Discman, a Walkman, whatever you got. And then you got your little command center, 2 cup holders. You could actually take an iPad and slide in here and use that as your entertainment center. You got your blower fan, only heated seats, no ventilated seats. That's a zonk, but you do have a home power source down below. Nice to have that. And then slides, which is good. Reclines. I thought it was gonna fall backwards. That's how nice it reclines. And then to get into the back, it's real simple. You're just gonna hit this button right here. Nice electric assist, look at that. And then when we say back seat, this is what I'm talking about. This is a third row that I could sit in forever. It's that comfortable. And if I want it more comfortable, power recline, 2 USB-Cs on both sides. I got a cup holder. I got even a place for some freaking nachos back here. Wow. I bet right now you're regretting that this is nacho SUV. See what I did there? But it can be. But let's get into the cargo area and see what the Expedition is bringing. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. Top portion, remember, it's split gate, all new. So top portion goes up. Bottom portion, you just tap that. Drops on down, gives you a little chime so you don't get nailed in the groin. What do we got going on here? We got a little bit of connectivity, USB-Cs, a 12 volt, and a home power source. On the driver's side, we got our plethora of buttons and your LED lighting to light up your exterior lighting. What's great is that if Steven drops back, he could actually show up here, you do have movable LED lights, which are cool. Plus the lighting on the exterior. Plus, there's a whole picnic table that you can set up back here. So you got lots of room. I'm gonna put the seats down. What's nice is that they're one touch. So you hit it and quit it and it goes down. I bet you that seat's too far back. Yeah, it got me. It zonked me. So as you can see, there's a safety feature there, but we're gonna drop them. Drop it like it's hot. I like the way it's just a one-touch operation. I mean, doesn't need to be any more complicated. Life is already complicated enough. As you can see, USB-Cs, there's actually 2 on each side, and you have that power folding reclining seat. I'm gonna bring it back up. 2. Let's see if I can do it at the same time. Oh, man. That's a game Steve and I like to play when we're not filming, is have competitions like that. I think he wins this time. I'll let him have it. Hit that, hit this. It's like a 20-step process, but hey, it's all power. Why don't we go ahead, since I'm talking about power, why don't we go for a spin and see how this Expedition handles the road. All right, guys, we're gonna leave Walker Ford here and we're gonna go for a spin in this Expedition. Just to show you, you have your modes on the left there. I'm gonna put it into sport mode and we're gonna go on throttle and see how this Stealth Performance package gets down to business. You ready? On throttle, here we go. Oh my God. This thing is a freaking ton of fun because it is so surprising how well it accelerates. Now you're gonna notice some sound being pumped in from the B&O sound system. It does a good job of masking that it's a V6 twin turbo underneath the hood. It doesn't sound too artificial, which is good. But I think once you get behind the wheel of these Expeditions, these new Expeditions, you'll understand this interior a lot more. Use that 24-inch screen as your head-up display, and I love the fact that you got the blind spot cameras. I mean, look at that. When you turn on your turn signal, how it has that nice camera action, getting to the 13.1-inch infotainment system is well within reach. And then to make adjustments to the wheel, like I said, you're gonna press here on the wheel, the steering wheel, then you're gonna look on the screen, and then now I can make my adjustments. Like I said, if you're driving, you gotta be careful because you're not gonna be able to look at the road and also make all those adjustments. But overall, the ride quality is really good. It's not too aggressive where it's gonna be too harsh of a driving experience. You have all this great storage. And the fact that you could easily move that center console forward and backwards is fantastic as well. Got your navigation, your auxiliary gauges. One of the things to remember about with the Expedition, if you're wondering, well, Joe, I went to build one of these and I could not find the rear seat entertainment. There is actually no available rear seat entertainment. What Ford wants this to be is a bring your own device experience. And I kind of like that more, because then you don't have to worry about like the screen breaking in the car or whatever. It's like, you have a phone, bring it. If you have your iPad, bring it. Laptop, whatever, bring it. And then you just use it within the vehicle, and they have plenty of ways of positioning your equipment so that it's a hands-free, enjoyable sit-back experience. But like I was saying, the shape of the wheel and how it looks is maybe not the most attractive, but how you're able to just rest your hands nicely on the 9 3 grip section, it's very natural, very comfortable. On top of that, you do have Blue Cruise. That's what that gloss black area is right on the steering column. It's to make sure that you're staring at the road, looking at the road while you're using the Blue Cruise in this vehicle. But overall, it's very impressive for such a large SUV to perform the way that this one does. I mean, hands down, really, really gonna surprise you on the handling and the drive experience. Plus, you have that awesome towing capability as well. But why don't we go ahead, we're gonna go on throttle. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Look at that. Really easy to drive, very maneuverable, and a lot of people are gonna think you're a cop. You're an undercover cop in this thing, or FBI agent, one or the other, or both. Good visibility out the windshield. See how that blind spot camera really makes life easy driving this larger SUV. And then here's Blue Cruise. It's that easy to activate and to turn on. Really, really nice. And then to shut it off, you just tap it again, that's it. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. It really doesn't. There's a little bit of road noise, but not a lot of wind noise, which is nice. And these seats are superb. They're comfortable, ventilated, heated, the whole shebang. But the fact that 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds is quite stupendous for an SUV like this, and you're definitely gonna out-accelerate a Chevy Tahoe. You just are. Even with the Tahoe having a V8, you're gonna out-accelerate it. But I'm hoping that this has been a good, quick overall review of this 2025 Expedition. We're gonna get back to Walker Ford and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day in so many ways here at Walker Ford. Definitely got to thank Frank Walker, Weston Walker, and Tracy getting us access to this stone blue platinum trim of the Expedition with the Stealth Performance package. Let me know what you think. Is this the must own? Is this better than the competition? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise Reds family. We got to thank Stephen Flood, and we got to wish him luck, because next month, November 2nd, he is going to Las Vegas for a pumpkin pie eating competition. Not only is it pumpkin pie, but you have to go through 10 cans of whipped cream as well. So we'll see what Steven's strategy is for this competition. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.